Hey, fellow agents, this is Agent Smith, and we are playing Gabriel Knight 2, The Beast Within. In the last ones, we kind of checked out Shishop, the Black Cross, and Beirut. And we're going to go ahead now and check out Neuschwanstein Castle. See if there's anything of interest here. Apparently, there's a lot to check out in this one, from what I've looked around and seen about this place. It's a beautiful castle. Oh, you just click on it to go.
Our tour begins in the entry hall. Ludwig II lived from 1845 to 1886. He assumed the Bavarian throne at the age of 18 when his father died. Ludwig's passion was building castles. He built 3 during his lifetime: Linderhof, Herrenchiemsee, and Neuschwanstein. Plans for a 4th castle, Walkenstein,
We're about to be in for a lot of
when
learning
he
here.
died. In addition to his obsession with building, Ludwig also had a passion for classical heroic German mythology, a taste he shared with the German opera composer Richard Wagner. Neuschwanstein is decorated throughout with themes from these stories, most of which directly relate to Wagner's operas.
Trying to go. Sit around in my lap. Lay right here. Okay. Oh, that guy left. Now that he's gone. Let's break into this place.
I wonder where that door leads.
I guess.
The closed door leads to the tower, which is not part of the tour. The king was making his way to this very door when he was arrested in 1886.
So each part of this place, we're just going to go ahead and keep on trying. Anything else to check out in here?
These scenes seem to tell a story, but I have no idea what story.
Tour tape might know.
The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
Tour tape will tell me everything. This one?
These scenes seem to
The paintings in this...
Yep, they already told me. Alright, let's go ahead and go on to the next one. Check the next tour room.
You are now standing in the king's bedroom.
Where are you going, Martin?
The theme of the bedroom is Tristan and Isolde.
Oh, you are a big old
The
kid.
tragic love story retold in Wagner's opera. The opera was given its first performance in Munich in 1865, and a 20-year-old Ludwig attended. This is probably the most elaborate and expensive bedroom ever created. It took 14 woodcarvers 4.5 years to create this room. It was this kind of extravagance that bankrupted the king.
Oh yeah, with wooden carvings like
before
this.
his death, he found it increasingly difficult to find money from any source.
Man, oh man. This guy goes away every time after I finish any of these tapes. I enjoy that, actually. Oh, another security guard. Hello, lady security guard.
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
Probably not. Let's check out the bed.
The richly carved bed, with its canopy, resembles a Gothic building and its turrets. The bed's draperies were handmade by dozens of Bavarian seamstresses.
Maybe Ludwig thought all this luxury would help him sleep.
The washstand actually worked by bringing in water from a stream above the castle.
That's cool.
Ludwig sure had a thing for swans.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Scenes from the opera Tristan and Isolde.
That's cool. Is there anything else? It's going back. No, it goes back to the room I was in. Oh, just another angle. Look at that. What is this?
In the corner is a brown tiled stove with clay figures of Tristan and Isolde.
Okay. Can I actually, like, is there anything I can say about the statue? No, there's nothing. Alright.
It's a beautiful crucifix. Ivory and gold.
Yeah, I bet.
That's an unusual depiction of the Madonna.
A very religious one. I mean, a very, regal one, should I say.
The stained glass window depicts St. Louis receiving the last sacraments. This is Ludwig's private chapel. The king was a devout Catholic, as were all of the Wittelsbacher rulers. They supported the Roman Church even when other European countries were dominated by Protestantism.
A king saint? I wonder if Ludwig pictured himself that way. Or maybe he just wanted to be that way.
Maybe.
The paintings above the altar depict St. Louis surrounded by the seraphim. An interesting side note. For a period of about a year, the Louis images in all three castles were ordered to be covered up with black cloth on the
Really?
unfathomable whim of the king.
Strange. Is there anything else to see here? Oh, fancy chair here. No, is that part of this? Maybe the next room. Oh, here we go in this one.
This is the king's living room. The walls are decorated with scenes from the Lohengrin saga. The king first saw Wagner's opera Lohengrin when he was 16, and it so affected him that he considered it a form of enlightenment. The tragedy of Lohengrin was his essential loneliness. This too was Ludwig's own fate. Ludwig withdrew more and more into his fantasy world of epic heroes and absolute monarchy. An ideal he was determined to create in his castles if he could not have it in his real life.
I guess.
He only wanted to be alone with his dreams, so much so that even his servants were kept at a distance and were not allowed to look at him.
What were you afraid they'd see?
It's werewolfism. Werewolfery, I'm telling you. Don't be all creepy standing there. It's just gigantic.
I'm surprised people don't sit in these chairs when the guard's not looking.
Just because they can, right?
These linens look seriously expensive. These linens look seriously expensive and seriously old. These linens.
The miracle of the Grail.
That's it? Ah, jeez, these people, they're walking in and out all the time. We gotta do a whole animation loading sequence to have them walk away when I want to go somewhere else. Thank you.
More swans.
The swan motif is featured throughout the castle, but it is particularly prominent in this room.
I guess.
Both the swan and the lily were symbols Ludwig associated with himself. They represented his ideals of majesty and purity. The painting behind the swan shows Lohengrin's arrival.
Okay. Not much else I can do with this. Go this way. Oh, it's like a cave.
This is a reproduction of the Grotto from the Tannhäuser saga. In such places, Ludwig could pretend he was one of his beloved mythic heroes. As the Grotto personifies, the castles were solitary playgrounds built for Ludwig alone. He believed
nuts.
the masses were too coarse to appreciate fine art, and he seldom entertained guests. In fact, Ludwig had a standing order that upon his death, the castles were to be destroyed. Fortunately,
Never happened.
the estate was in such debt that the castles were opened for paying tours only weeks after Ludwig's death.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't closed since. It is one of the great ironies of Ludwig's story that the castles that he was thought insane for building are now considered Bavaria's finest treasures.
Yeah.
They have paid for their construction many times over.
Oh, okay. I did not know the perspective of this room. And I thought I was looking at a tunnel down the thing, but apparently
I
not.
can almost picture Ludwig in here. I wonder what he really dreamt about in this room.
Doorway to the back? Oh man, so much stuff. This place is big. It's a maze.
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga and the Wartburg Castle.
Hmm.
This is the king's study. Ludwig spent much time at his desk writing letters, drawing up plans for his projects, and studying his favorite authors. He loved poetry, history, and the classics.
Excuse me.
In later years, he also studied the occult. What affairs of state he did reluctantly attend to were generally attended to alone at his desk in writing. His reluctance to meet with his heads of state and perform the duties of the king were one of the reasons for the charges brought against him in 1886. But Ludwig dreamt of true kingship and a true monarchy, and the small powers left to him after Bavaria's succeeded power to Prussia only incited his disdain and frustration.
Hello, new security guard. Now it's gonna be in every room I'm in. Now please look at these paintings. You're gonna keep on animating. Thank you.
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga and the Wartburg Castle.
There's nothing for me to see on each one. Oh no, I don't want to exit. I want to go back in here. Trying to look at all these paintings. They still the same thing?
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga and the Wartburg Castle.
I wonder why he was studying the occult before he died.
Because he's a damn werewolf.
I wonder why he was I doubt there's anything left in there now. Besides, the guard would kill me if I touched it.
Yeah, but it'd still be cool if you could. What's behind here? Oh man, this place is huge. It just keeps going.
This is the final room of our tour,
Oh, okay.
the Singers' Hall. It was modeled after the Singers' Hall of the Wartburg Castle, where minstrel competitions were held in the 13th century. The hall was built for small private concerts, but Ludwig himself never gave one here. It is said that during the last few years of Wagner's life, he came to Neuschwanstein frequently and performed for the king alone in this room. The hall is probably best known for its enigmatic wolf paintings.
Oh, shoot.
This is the final room of our tour,
Okay.
the Singers' Hall. It was modeled after the Singers' Hall of the Wartburg Castle, where minstrel competitions were held in the 13th century. The hall was built for small private concerts, but Ludwig himself never gave one here. It is said that during the last few years of Wagner's life, he came to Neuschwanstein frequently and performed for the king alone in this room. The hall is probably best known for its enigmatic wolf paintings. The original paintings were from the Parsifal Saga, but in 1882, Ludwig had them replaced, supplying the description and titles of the new paintings himself. While all the other rooms in the castle show scenes from Wagner's operas, the scenes in this room are not from any opera that anyone can identify. It is yet another of the many mysteries associated with the life of the fairy tale king.
Is that it? Every time I think she's done, she's not done.
The hunters track down Engelhard and Hildegunde.
Which way is it best to start?
There must be a story behind these wolf paintings. But what story?
His own, man. He's in every one of them.
Engelhard and the blacksmith.
Can I actually... No, I don't have comments for these. Okay.
Engelhard courts Hildegunde.
Okay, that makes sense. And finally...
the hunters tracked down Engelhard and Hildegunde.
Is there more? No, there is more.
Hildegunde's imprisonment.
She was tracked down, imprisoned with wolves. Okay.
The wedding feast of Hildegunde and the Baron. The death of Engelhard.
Engelhart is a wolf. See, that's what I'm saying. Oh, there's a story to be told. What's through here? Nothing? Can't do anything with that? Interesting, it doesn't let you do anything.
Ludwig's childhood castle, Neuschwanstein, is visible from the lookout in the Singers' Hall.
Really?
Nice view of the Alps.
Definitely. Oh, this guy lived in
Nice view of the Alps.
lived in a world of fantasy like he did. So is that everything that I'm gonna need then? Is there any more? No, that's it. Sweet Lord, alright. Let's see if we're done with that place. Yes, we are. Sweet. Alright, that was a bit of a long episode. It was everything there was to do in Neuschwanstein. I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. I hope you guys had some entertainment and some knowledge learning about Ludwig and some of his castles and stuff. More than I expected, especially. But either way, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Hey, fellow agents, don't forget to like and subscribe by clicking the button in the center of the screen. You can also find the last video by clicking the button to the left, and you can take a look at some of the other stuff I've done by clicking the button to the right. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good day.